Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the Legion of Liberty prepares the way for Washington to cross the Delaware. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast, the Continental Army has formed the Legion of Liberty, a unit of superhumans fighting for freedom from the British Crown. Elijah Allen, Master of Mind Control. Artemis Crow, Invisible Assassin. Petanoat, the Wampanoag Swamp Monster. Clara Washington, Super Soldier. And Victoria Spellman, a Human Cannon. General Washington is planning a surprise attack on Christmas against the Hessian garrison in Trenton, and has sent the Legion to ensure no sentries reveal the attack as his army crosses the Delaware River. It is December 24th, 1776.
Enough playing with the dice.
I attack the darkness.
And you have just been ferried across the Delaware River, and you are scouting to determine if there are Hessian troops that might warn the main body of the Hessians at Trenton of Washington's impending crossing. And as you scout, you see a campfire in the distance. And when you carefully approach it, you see that there are a number of Hessians in the immediate vicinity. And they are not apparently paying a whole lot of attention, but they are definitely in the way and in the line of Washington's march. So what would you like to do about this?
In observing the Hessians, how do they seem? I mean, it's December 24th, so there's a possibility that they might be drunk. Are they?
They don't seem drunk, but they don't seem especially alert either. They seem to be, sharing some mulled wine or some mead or, some sort of beverage around the fire. There are two of them who are out kind of standing guard, but they're not terribly attentive. They definitely haven't noticed you at this point. So there's a good chance you could approach them fairly quietly. And their horses are lined up, as you see, in a couple of picket lines, basically tied up for the night.
We should steal the horses.
Well, I think we should figure out how many Hessians we're talking about first.
Yeah. So you can see the two who are out picketing, and then there are 8 sitting around the fire.
We can take them.
You want me to just nuke the fire?
I was thinking that we could take them.
I think that would defeat the point of being quiet.
That's
Well,
true.
you are a fair distance from Trenton, so odds are if there is a fight here, they're not going to hear it, several miles away in Trenton on a snowy night with some forest in between. But if any of these guys get away and are able to ride off to Trenton, that's going to be more of a problem.
Quite right.
Right, and we're just trying to secure a place for Washington's troops to land, right?
Right. So what you don't want is these guys getting wind of Washington troop landing and then riding off to warn the garrison at Trenton that he's on his way.
So, yeah, so Bob says this is a stealth operation. I totally agree. We could lure these guys away from this spot, right? And then
potentially, yes.
And then that would kind of make this a good place for them to, a place for Washington to land.
You'd have to lure them pretty far away to miss the landing. Either lure them way off to the west so that they're on the wrong side of Washington's line of march, or
why don't we just tie them up?
Or lure them way far north so that they're far enough away they don't notice Washington's landing.
Right.
What are our surroundings again?
You are in woods. It's a mix of pine and deciduous trees. The deciduous trees have mostly lost their leaves. The pine trees are obviously still with their needles. There's a small ridge just to the north, as you see on the map of their campsite. But yeah, it's a wooded area otherwise.
I'm not seeing a map, actually, Scott. I'm seeing snowfall on a black field.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
It's dark.
Well, yeah, I was wondering if we were still in Theater of the Mind here.
You are in Theater of the Mind here. So let me drop you guys in. So I need to ask you which way you want to approach, though. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop you in kind of off the map here, but you should be able to see at that point.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's kind of a wooded area, so
right,
we might be able to.
Okay.
Oh, and here's a map.
Yes. So I've got a couple of you on the map. So you can approach from any direction you like. I just dropped you into that corner for simplicity's sake.
Okay, how do I center that map on my screen?
You can drag it around by right-clicking and moving, and you can zoom in and out with the mouse.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have some trees down by where we are. We?
Well,
Oh,
you
we
can
have to figure out
decide. You
where
can
we're coming
decide.
from.
Yeah, nominally you're coming in from the west, but you can decide how to approach because these guys aren't aware of you at this point.
Well, I think we should certainly skirt around so that we cover off any area of retreat.
So you'd want to come in from the east then, because that's the direction towards Trenton.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to run, we don't want them to run toward Trenton, toward the main body.
They're going to be coming in from this side then somewhere.
Yeah. And I think that if we approach by the horses, that might spook the horses and alert them to our presence.
Okay, so I got a silly question. Are horses too domesticated to be affected by nature bond?
Well, so nature bond would let you know that there were horses there, but it doesn't give you the ability to command the horses or anything like that.
Okay.
So basically, what nature bond does is it allows you to sense the surrounding area from a nature perspective. So you can tell basically, what kinds of animals are out there and what kind of animals that aren't native are there and where. So, for example, if you cast it right now, you would know exactly where the horses are. You'd know exactly where the Hessians are. And you could also tell, depending on how well you roll, you could know, like, okay, there are 57 squirrels within a half mile. And if you roll well, exactly where all those squirrels are.
Wow.
Important information, just in case.
Yeah, and basically you get a complete read on nature in a half mile radius. But it does not let you command any of that. Just to know where everything is.
Well,
Okay.
so I could, being invisible, I could sneak up on this guy and dispatch him.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
are the horses kind of loosely tied? Could we send them kind of running?
Basically,
Is that just too dangerous?
They're all strung onto a rope that's picketed on either side. So basically, their reins are looped through. They ran a rope along the front where their heads are, and their reins are looped through that rope just to keep them from wandering off.
So they're kind of loose. Like if we dropped a little explosion, maybe we could send them all running.
It's possible they could pull the pickets out if they were extremely frightened. Yes.
So if I snuck up in there and cut the rope, and then we did an explosion.
With that said, I would like you to make either common knowledge or riding rolls, whichever is better.
I think horses can smell better than that. They would know that. I mean, their sense of smell is probably good enough that they're not.
Okay, so Pet Noah, you're a nature guy. You know that horses in general, they have a tendency to return to home if they're frightened. So it's possible that if you frightened them, they would all go running off to Trenton, which would not be ideal.
Let's not spook the horses.
Let's not spook the horses.
Keep them strung up, I guess.
Just making sure none of you guys have fatigue anymore from that fight at Charleston.
I'm sorry, any what for the fight?
Any fatigue left over? Because I noticed some -1s on your rolls, and you shouldn't have. But you got the information you needed, which was letting the horses run away might backfire.
Got it.
Well, I'm starting to think that our best bet is to take out these two guards. I mean, the two pickets on the side, and then take them as quietly as possible, and then go in guns blazing on the 8 around the fire.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
So how are you? Who and how are you going to take out the pickets?
Well, I can sneak up on this guy. I mean, stealth is kind of my thing. I can sneak up on this guy and stab him in the neck or garrote him quietly, and then once he's down, then loop around and go do the other guy.
Artemis, you're so shady.
A lot of stuff.
Well, they're British.
I think they're German.
Are they German? Well, they're collaborators. Either way, I'm good with it. It's all in service of a greater cause, to be honest.
And let's be fair. King George is German too, so.
Yeah, this is true.
True.
Okay, how's that for a plan, folks?
So who's going to deal with the other one then?
I have stealth. Does anyone else have stealth?
I think I do. Let me check.
Well, everyone has stealth. The question is, are you any good at it?
I think I'm pretty good.
I'm D6. Yeah. I could boost it. I could try to boost that.
I'm a D8.
Elijah's a D8. I think Artemis is also a D8. So which one of you is going after which guy?
You guys, one of you two can do it. I want to be with the main group that goes in.
Okay, so Clara, which one do you want to take on? The further away guy?
Yeah, is that the one with the little spinny, the one by the tree on the east or on the west, near the horses?
Yeah, so I think Artemis is suggesting he's going to take out the Hessian cavalryman here.
Yeah,
so that would be this one. You'd sneak around and
then I'll take this guy.
Okay, so we'll start you off over here.
Okay.
And Artemis, I'd like an invisibility roll. So where are the rest of the three of you going to approach? Are you gonna? Is this good, or do you want to be further down?
I want to approach behind. I guess since we'll be further down.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I want to come in at least from the bottom of the green tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Artemis, that's not going to work for you to start off.
Ooh.
So you guys want to be down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I take a minute, catch my breath, and try that again?
Yes, and you'll get a +2 on it if you take a minute and catch your breath and try again.
Yeah, I will. All right, so I'm going to do that. It's giving me a -2. I'm not quite sure how to eliminate
that's the normal. That's the normal penalty for invisibility. But if you roll it, we can factor in the +2 without any trouble.
Okay, here comes.
Yeah, that's going to work. You are invisible.
Okay.
So I need stealth rolls from Artemis and from Clara.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so pretty good. And they're going to have a penalty on their notice because in Artemis's cases, because he's invisible, and in both cases because it is dark.
And snowy and drunk. It's Christmas Eve.
Okay. So we got some good news and some bad news here. The good news is Artemis moves in invisibly and is right on top of his guy about the time that the sharp-eyed guy down here notices that Clara is approaching and says, "Who goes there?" And that will put us in combat.
Man.
Always forget the important part.
Well, that was a very lucky roll on his part. But Hessians were, relatively speaking, elite troops. So not surprising they're a little bit on the ball. Okay.
And yet it's Christmas Eve.
And yet it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So we begin combat and we roll initiative or draw initiative, as the case may be.
Okay.
And of course, the
Assuming
Hessians.
you're doing that.
And of course, the Hessians draw a Joker because that's just how they roll.
Stupid Hessians.
Whoops.
Don't they know it's Frank's birthday?
I know, right?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Frankie.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy level up.
Thank you.
Ding.
All right. So why is that guy incapacitated? That's not right. Okay, there we go.
Wow.
All right. So let us begin here. The Hessian cavalryman who's going first. The nifty circle shows that he is currently the one who has initiative right now. And I get a Benny because
Joker.
Because I drew a Joker. So this guy, he's going to react, and he is going to get up and walk over and see what's going on. So I'm going to make a notice roll for him with a +2 to see if he notices you coming in, which he does not. No, with the +2 he does. So that is going to give him a 5, and so he sees you there too. And so they both have, they are both kind of ready for your approach. All right.
That's me, Clara. Okay.
Yeah. That takes us to this guy. And I'm going to say that Artemis, because you snuck up on him so successfully, I'm going to give you a surprise round against him before he can act. So if you'd like to attack him right now, you may.
I absolutely would. And I think he's going to get a dagger right in the neck.
Okay. So you have the drop on him. That's going to give you a +4. And yes, that's more than enough to kill him.
Ta-da! Choink! There's a slight chunking sound from the trees.
So he is down. All right, that takes us to another of the Hessians, and that's the guy who just wandered over. Wait, that shouldn't be him. Yeah, so this is. Sorry, this guy wandered over, and now this guy goes running over too. So there's now a couple of them who see you, and this one is going to attack. So he sees Clara coming, and he fires his flintlock. And he misses.
Oh.
How does my armor do against the flintlock?
It helps.
Yeah.
Okay, and that brings
imagining I'm getting a little dented.
That brings us to Victoria. Well, you can pound out the dents in between.
Yes. In that case, I would like to try and sort of position myself a little to the southwest.
Okay.
And then is there a way I can sort of hold action until anyone moves from the group and then I can nuke them, or do I have to do it in this turn?
No, you can absolutely hold your action, and then it would be an athletics roll to try to act before they do.
Okay. That's a D8. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. All right, that takes us to this Hessian cavalryman who sees you coming over there, and he is going to start moving towards you. So do you want to act at this point?
Absolutely.
All right. So that's going to be your athletics versus his, and you win. So
Skull.
You can act. So that is a blast.
Yep.
That is definitely successful. So give me some blast damage.
2d6.
2d6. That's kind of sad. That's not really going to do much. So do you want to Benny that?
Definitely.
Oh, nice. Big money.
That's a little better.
That'll do.
Okay, so with a 7, the fireball erupts in the midst of these guys. And they are all shaken.
Perfect.
Not bad.
Shaken. Shaken. I wonder if I can do this for a group at once. Let's find out. I have to make a macro for that so I can shake a whole bunch of people at once. Okay, so all of those guys are shaken now. So now this guy can now act. The first thing he has to do, though, is try to unshake. Which he does. And then he comes charging at you with his saber.
Ah!
And that's a lot of damage, but does it hit you is the question. It does. So he just wails on you with his saber, clearly identifying you as a superhuman and therefore a dangerous individual.
Really?
And so that's going to shake you and do 2 wounds, unless you would like to soak it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Okay, so you're now down 2 bennies. Go ahead and give me a vigor roll. Well, that's going to take care of that. So you managed to deflect his saber at the last possible second. So it just scratches across your arm without doing any real damage.
Well done.
I lucked out.
Nice. Doesn't matter what you call it.
And that takes us to Petnoit.
All right, I think I'm going to take a moment, gather myself, and go swampy.
Okay. You want to wait this turn and get the +2 next round, or just go swampy now?
I don't know. How we feeling, guys?
I would say wait, because I think we're kind of in a decent position.
Yeah.
I take a round to summon the ancestors.
Okay. And that brings us to Clara.
Am I close enough to try to sweep them?
Let's see. If
Like
you move into
charge?
the midst of them, yes, absolutely. If you went, say, right here, you absolutely could sweep them.
Let's do it. I want to see what sweep does. And is that just a fighting roll?
That is, I believe, just a fighting roll, but I will double check that for you because I'd like to get it right.
Oh, come on. This is 2020. What are you doing with standards?
Well, you know. Yes, so it is a single fighting attack at -2 against everybody within range.
Oh, can I boost trait?
Yes, but then it's going to be at -4 because you'll have -2 on the boost trait and then -2 on the fighting roll.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Ugh.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, hi, hello.
Woo!
Okay.
Sweep the leg.
Technically, that technically should have been a D10 because D8 because you were boosted from last time, but I'm going to let you have it because that's my mistake. Okay, so yes, that will hit both of them with a raise. So I would like some shield bash damage, please.
Ooh. Can I Benny that?
It is enough to shake all three of them.
Okay. That's fine.
They're quite shocked at this point.
Surprised?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes, they are. And Artemis, you remain invisible.
Yep. All right. Okay. Are we in new round?
Not yet. We're still in round. We're still in round one. There's a lot of Hessians.
Okay, that's right. I had a extra action. Right, that's right.
Yes, because you snuck up and got the drop on the guy.
Right. So I think I'm gonna sneak up on this guy and do the same thing. Put a knife in his neck.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Right. I will do that very thing.
That's not great. Most likely that's not going to do the trick, but let's see how he does.
Nope.
He hears you coming.
Okay. Well,
you're still in a position to hit him with a gang up bonus, though, because he's in melee with Virginia at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, so he still gets the knife in the neck.
Victoria. I don't know why I keep saying Virginia. He's in melee with Victoria. So.
Right.
All right. So fighting roll +1. Or hit the dagger button. That works too.
Yeah, I'll just hit the dagger button.
Okay, that hits, but he moves aside while he's fighting Virginia, and it just grazes across his shoulder rather than doing any serious damage, unless you'd like to Benny the damage.
Yeah, I got 3 bennies. I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay. So you can so give me another strength plus D4 roll.
Okay. Here's strength.
Or you can just hit the dagger button again and we'll see what damage you get.
Okay. I got a few pop-ups here. Let me close it. All right, here it comes. Here comes the dagger.
Ooh.
That is enough to shake the guy.
Cool.
No, he's a little nonplussed at being attacked from behind by some invisible dude. So that's a little scary. Hessian cavalryman. This Hessian is going to unshake. And he is going to run for his horse.
Woo. Grab him.
This guy also unshakes and also runs for his horse. This guy does not unshake, and he runs for cover.
Towards the trees, or?
Yeah, towards the trees and the cliff here.
Man, I hate to have to shoot a guy who's running away, but.
And this guy unshakes and goes for his horse. And the last guy who was around the fire unshakes, and goes for his horse as well. So we have 4 guys going for their horses now. Elijah.
All right. Can I get in range to puppet one of these guys that goes for the horse?
I believe you're already in range to puppet one of these guys, but let's see. Yeah, you just have to move one to be able to be in range to puppet either of the 2 closest.
Okay. And I can have them attack their compatriots, right? It's just like another roll.
You can. Roll. It gives them another spirit roll to resist.
Okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna move up a little bit. Can I move up to like here?
Yeah.
And then maybe reach the guy in the middle, like right here. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna try to puppet him and get him to shoot one of his other comrades that are getting the horse.
Okay.
Ooh.
So rolling my puppet.
Yep.
Okay.
If you click on the eyeball in your puppet skill, that will roll the skill for you.
Eyeball. The hand?
Yep, that'll do. That's not going to be easy for him to resist at all.
Oh.
But he's going to try.
Fighter. Yeah.
He gives his best shot, but no, he doesn't resist that. So you're going to order him to shoot his friend. So he's going to get another shot at resisting, which he fails.
Right.
And then he's going to shoot his buddy with the one to the left. The one to the left or the one to the right?
Left. Yeah, the one furthest away.
Okay, so that's technically going to be a fighting roll.
Ooh.
That believe it or not, he misses.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
He draws his pistol, aims it at his friend, and his friend knocks it aside just as he fires.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Hopefully that buys us some time.
And then the last guy is the one that Clara was originally supposed to attack. And he easily unshakes. And then he is going to take a swing at you with his saber.
Mm.
And he is going to miss. And that will take us to round 2.
Come on.
All right, so Cavalryman 5 is first. And that is the one fighting Victoria.
Did Ted know it go at all last round? Did I miss that?
He is concentrating, so he gets a +2 on his skill roll to swamp out.
Oh, cool. I must have been away from here.
All right, so this guy is going to take a swing at Virginia with his saber. And he's going to hit, although I'm not sure.
Uh-oh.
With a raise, so that's going to be a total of 11 damage on Victoria this time.
Oh my God.
Shaken and 1 wound. Would you like to soak?
My last Benny, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, spend your Benny, give me a vigor roll. Good enough.
Oh, Lord.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
Why was that at -3? Shouldn't be at -3. Oh, for some reason you have 3 wounds. Oh, that's right. You were messed up in the battle. No, you're fine.
Okay, awesome.
All right. So he basically sliced right into your whalebone corset, but to no avail. Okay, so the guy who was running away is going to try to unshake, and he's going to succeed, and he's going to kind of size up the situation here, and he is going to try to run He runs very successfully. Whoops, why do I have you selected? I need him selected. Still pretty successful. He's going to run over and get in on this fight.
Hmm.
But he doesn't quite get there. He does, however, run right next to Artemis, which could be a fun thing.
Come to me, my child.
Stop stepping on me.
Next up is the Hessian, one of the Hessians next to Clara, who manages to unshake and then attacks with his saber. That might hit. Let's see, does a 7 hit you? It does it? It should. Yes, it just hits. 7. There you go. However, thanks to your trusty armor, it just clangs off of your breastplate. Next up is one of the guys on the horses. And it is the one that is puppeted, as it happens. So what would you like him to do?
I want him to just frantically start yelling and then try to shoot his other friend.
He's out of bullets. He only has the one flintlock and he fired it. So would you like him to saber his other friend?
Yeah, if he has a sword, I'll have him do that.
You must kind of be resisting because once again he fails.
Yeah. At least
Clara.
I'm standing in the middle. Let's sweep again.
That is not going to do it unless you'd like to Benny it.
I'll Benny it. So do I just roll the Benny down one? Okay.
Yep. That, on the other hand, does it with a raise.
Nice.
Give me some shield bash damage.
With the raise. Okay. Oof.
Wow.
Okay, so that actually takes down what this guy.
Okay.
And shakes the other two.
Okay.
So you swing your shield around in a very Captain America-like motion, and you knock out one guy and knock back the other two. Okay, Elijah.
All right. I'll try to shoot whoever's close to me.
So that would be this guy.
Yeah. Combat flow. Is that
you can do it that way. You can click on the musket button in your character sheet. There are various ways to do it.
Select a target.
Yep.
Okay. I select a left click or right click.
Alt click targets it for you.
All right. I'm just gonna shoot.
With the -1 for lighting, that still is going to hit.
Right. Yeah. Damage.
If you click the icon on the left of musket on your sheet, that'll roll the shooting and the damage. But we'll just take the damage roll for now.
Okay, so flintlock pistol. So roll. Oh.
Wow, that's bad. Would you like to? That does not look right. Hang on. Wow, that's like the worst possible damage. That's almost the worst possible damage. So yeah, that's pretty bad.
What the hell?
That's subpar damage if you want to try to Benny it.
Yeah, I want to Benny it. Benny down one.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, don't worry about the critical failure.
Oh.
You managed to shake the guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's the shooting as well. All right.
Yep.
Cool. Good enough.
Okay, next up is this guy. And he is going to make a riding roll to try to get his horse loose.
Critical fail.
Hey,
It's not great. He's, things are a little crazy. That one of his comrades is trying to kill him. He does not manage to get his horse loose this round.
nice.
Artemis.
All right. So the two people that are right in front of me, two guys are shaken.
This guy is shaken. This guy is not.
Right. And down here are the four people that are trying to ride away. One is shaken. One's puppeted.
Mm-hmm. And the other two are all clear. Yeah.
Okay. Can I bolt them? Will it reach that far?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. Then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just thread the needle, shoot right between these two guys, and come right here. Is bolt is that an area effect or is that a single person?
It's a single person unless you do more than one bolt.
Okay, I'm going to do single person on that guy.
Okay. Give me a bolt skill roll.
Here it comes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to hit with a raise. That'll be
Ouch.
That'll be 3d6 damage with the 18. You just nail this guy with a psionic bolt. That's enough to shake him. Do you want to Benny it?
Yeah, I'm hoping to kill him.
Yeah.
So yeah. So just to Benny it, I just reduce my Bennies by 1 here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then re-roll it.
3d6.
Yep.
Man.
That, on the other hand, does kill him.
Cool.
There we go.
Reach out and touch.
1,000 between 9 and 10.
Yeah, that's
boy.
That's a thin line there.
Okay, Victoria, this guy's been beaten down on you quite a bit. What would you like to do about it? Despite the gang up bonus from your buddy Artemis being invisibly behind him is not quite enough to hit him.
Darn it.
All right, so let's see if this guy unshakes. He does not. So he's kind of fumbling around trying to get his mount loose without success.
Okay.
Next up is this guy who can make the riding roll because he is not shaken. And he's also distracted by the puppeted comrade trying to kill him.
Wonderful.
Nice.
And then we have this guy who's also shaken from getting whacked by Clara's shield.
Nice.
And he, oops, I did the wrong guy. He does unshake. He doesn't get a wild die, though. I got to fix that because he shouldn't have a wild die. So he does not unshake. So he's going to stay in combat, but he stays shaken. Okay, and Pet Know It. You want to swamp out?
Let's do it.
Okay, so you have a +2 for concentrating.
Get him, Groot.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Well, no, good thing, because with the +2 from concentrating, that just does it.
Nice.
You are swamped out, and you can still move if you want to.
Charge the horses.
All right, where would you like to
Oh
be?
boy.
Actually, wait. Let me think about that.
Don't scare them.
You can go right here. Well, they're still picketed right now.
Oh, that's true. They can't go anywhere.
And you would be a giant swamp thing in their way, so they're at least
I'm
not going
wondering
to...
if I charge them looking big and scary and swampy, can I? Can I intimidate the horses? Can I scare the horses?
You might be able to scare the horses, yes.
Let's do that. Let's charge that way.
Okay, give me an intimidation roll, please.
Yeah.
Is there a modifier on that because horses are easily intimidated?
These are war horses on the one hand, but on the other hand, they're not accustomed to giant swamp creatures. So that's an unskilled roll then, or untrained.
Yeah, I was going to say untrained.
Hey, it could still blow up. You never know. That's pretty good, actually.
Well done.
Ooh.
Horses!
All right.
Actually, I yelled that in German.
Do you speak German?
No.
No.
Nice.
I just frickin' sauerkraut.
Goofballs.
All right, so the horses are surprisingly unfazed.
Huh.
Stupid trained horses.
They are stupid trained horses.
I'm going to hit you with that horse.
All right, so we're going to stop here at the beginning of round 3. But good news is Artemis just threw a joker. So
Awesome.
So that's going to be Benny's all around.
No show.
And also Artemis gets to go first and has a +2 on everything.
Oh, hey. Wow.
Very
Nice.
It's a
Very nice.
Christmas miracle.
So that's a plus.
That's good.
All right, so that's where we'll pick it up next week. You can follow Happy Monster Press on Facebook as Happy Monster Press, at our website, happymonsterpress.com, Twitter as Happy Monster PRS, or follow the podcast on YouTube, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iTunes, or Google Play Music. The Happy Monster Cast is part of the Savage Worlds Media Network. This game references the Savage Worlds game system available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at www.peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, and characters, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Background music is Ice Cold by Jason Shaw.
Oh, for sure.